Shay, you guys get a chance to start the season at home. I think you've never had that opportunity to have the first game of the year at home. And I just wonder what this is like for you all preparing and getting this moment that you'll be able to share with the fans tomorrow.
I'm super excited. Don't know completely what to expect, obviously, but yeah, it should be very fun. The challenge is going to be reeling all the emotions and the joy and the excitement, reeling it all in to be able to get the job done and start their season off the right way. But I think this group is well equipped to do so.
Mark said that, obviously one of the goals in camp is to get the heavy minute guys into a rhythm and into a flow. It seemed like that happened for you all. Where do you feel that you guys are at in terms of just that collective connection right now?
Yeah, pretty good. We should be ahead of a lot of teams since we have basically the same team from last year. Yeah, I feel pretty good about it. We won't be as good tomorrow as we want to be, and we'll be a week from now and 2 weeks from now going forward. But I think we're at a good starting point.
After the ring nights, it's a real emotional deal. You guys get to kind of relive what you did last season. I know some teams sometimes have trouble actually playing the game because of that.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be the case. Like I said, that's going to be the challenge. That's what we're going to have to get over tomorrow. But nonetheless, we'll be excited to play basketball again for the first time in a minute. It'll add a little bit more excitement, but we still got to focus and get the job done.
How anxious are you to see the ring and actually maybe put it on for a second?
Yeah, I can't wait just to have the official piece of hardware that I dreamed about for so many years throughout my childhood and growing up. That it should be fun tomorrow night.
You've not seen it?
No, I haven't. Can't wait.
When that banner drops tomorrow, 20 years from now, what do you want fans to remember about this team's identity?
That like through the ups and the downs, we're very connected. Like we never blamed anybody. We never blamed other people, media, coaches. Like we did a really good job of looking in the mirror and taking accountability for no matter what it was, and controlled our own destiny.
Shay, what have you just made of the group's approach throughout training camp preseason? You mentioned the continuity of this group. Just what have you made of the mental approach this team has taken so far?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. We obviously like the last time we played, it was Game 7 of the NBA Finals. And mentally, you're just in a different space than you'll be for the preseason game. It's human nature. But we have been pretty locked in. We've been pretty intentional about just the things that got us to this point, which is like building habits and stuff like that. Like I said before, like we know what it's going to take. It's just being intentional on getting better at those things and taking steps forward. And I think we did a pretty good job of that this training camp.
Serge Ibaka's in the building today. Have you had the chance to talk to him, and what does it mean having a guy like that return?
Yeah, super cool. He was part of the Thunder team that like built the foundation here. Watched many of his games as a kid growing up. He a tremendous basketball player. Like he's obviously not one of the like budding stars and like household names, but he's a guy that affected winning at a very high level. You saw that when he was in Toronto, won a ring. You saw that when he was here. Yeah, just one of those guys that like really good at basketball, and a lot of people might not know it unless you're a junkie, but we respect him really highly around here.
He didn't get a chance to play last year against you guys, but Kevin Durant coming here tomorrow night, the challenges of being on the floor with him at the same time. Are you excited about that anticipation?
I haven't thought about that at all. Yeah, Kev's a really good competitor, really good basketball player. He is one of those household names that everybody knows. So, yeah, it'll be a fun matchup, a fun game. They're a good basketball team as well. Like, there's no better way to kick off a season than against a really good team.
The personality of the team changed from season to season. Or is it pretty much the same? You got the same team, but you're champions now. How does that feel?
Yeah, I don't think we've changed much at all, to be honest. I think that's what's going to make us even better, and even more of a special group. We kept the same group together, and we just have to build on what we just did. Makes it easy on us.
Maybe how you classify guys. You have 4 healthy really quality big men at your disposal right now. I just wonder, what kind of flexibility, versatility you feel like you guys can shift to whatever you need to with those 4 guys.
Yeah, coach does a really good job of like being unpredictable with lineups and with personnel in practice, in games all season long. That's one of the things that he's really good at. So our bigs, our guards, our wings are used to playing multiple positions, multiple spots in plays, with multiple lineups, like all that stuff. We're prepared for it because coach has us prepared, and the decision making will come down to him for sure. But we'll be ready.
For people who don't get to see behind the scenes, just how would you describe Caruso as in practices? Obviously last year he was the only guy with championship experience. Now he's the only one with experience defending a title. It seems like he continues to be a tone setter for you guys.
Yeah, AC is who everyone thinks he is. Like he's just a winner. If I was to sum it up in one word, like he just gets the job done. No matter if it's Wednesday in the middle of the season, if it's Game 7 of the NBA Finals, if it's Game 1 of the playoffs, like he just understands how to win in the moment. And I think that's what's allowed him to have a successful career. Like wasn't one of the guys that was highly recruited out of high school and was on every mock draft coming into the NBA. He had to grind for it, he had to work for it. He built the skills to be able to play on any basketball team in the league, but he's always been a winner, and that's what's kept him around. And now he's just blossomed into like a star role player because he's built the skills and is a super worker. But his ability to win is second to none in this league. One of the best winners we'll ever see.
What about you personally? What's the coming off season you just had? How do you raise the bar on that? I mean, what are your goals this season? I mean, coming off the season you just had.
Like I wasn't perfect last year. I could be a lot better in specific areas, but essentially just like evolving as a player, continuing to not be humble, continue to grow, continue to work on my weaknesses. I don't feel like in the playoff run last year I was the best version of myself, and that's what I'm focusing on, finding the best version of myself. So that's where I'll try to get to. And hopefully I get there sooner rather than later.
Are you ready for the real thing to get underway tomorrow?
Yeah, we're excited. Yeah, guys are excited, ready to roll. Had a good preseason, but you always reach the point where we are in the preseason where we're ready for the games and ready to get started.
I mentioned to Shai, a lot of times ring nights, it's such a celebratory thing. Think about last season, big deal. Sometimes teams forget to play the game. You talk to you guys about that?
No, I haven't. It's just another distraction. It's a great thing for everybody, for the fans and everything, but it is a distraction. You got to compartmentalize your distractions and be ready to compete when the ball goes up in the air. And there's always distractions every game. But I don't overcook that. I just see how the guys are doing, and we'll see how we play.
Kind of a challenge is their double big lineup whenever they do run it with Sengun and Adams present for you guys.
His size, rebounding, the defense, they just occupy a lot of space with those guys. The offensive rebounding is certainly a factor. They're kind of a brute force team when they've got that lineup. They are anyways, but when they get that lineup on the floor especially, so they pose a lot of challenges.
Houston was tough enough last year. Now you throw Kevin into the mix, prolific scorer. How high do they go here with him out there?
We'll see. I mean, they're certainly a team we respect. He's a player we respect, and so we understand the challenge ahead of us in tomorrow night's game. But in terms of what the season looks like for anybody, nobody knows.
What was it like having Serge Ibaka here today and tomorrow?
Great. He's obviously had a lot of success here. He had a great career. It was great to introduce him to the guys for those that didn't know him. But yeah, he was an unbelievably impactful player. That's a great story, and was a part of great teams here. And those are players and teams that we have great respect for.
Any news on Jalen Williams? We saw him out here.
We'll do all the injury reporting at 5 o'clock tonight. But he's, on his return to play, he's progressing.